And yeah, they made a couple of announcements.
What's up with Miami?
Yeah, I was in Miami.
How's that going?
It seemed kind of...
It was in Miami?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I'd never been to Miami. Well, it's weird until you realize that they're like that people from all over the world are coming in. So they try to find a place that makes sense for multiple regions. So for the trip they did it in Hawaii last year. So the people flying in from Japan didn't have as long of a flight, but the people in Europe were screwed. So Miami, the people flying in from Europe do it okay. The people from Japan, end up traveling for 24 hours.
Did you eat any plantains?
No, I didn't. I have eaten plantains before.
Just not in Miami.
But just not in Miami. Miami was a little grimy.
It's dirty. It's dirty. Yeah.
Yeah.
No offense, people on... Well, I guess I've already lost that, but it's the humidity is the big thing that I always think of when I get... Like, I just remember always getting out of a plane and then immediately just feel like I'm sweating.
Well, yeah, because you are.
Yeah.
And it was raining when we landed, so it was like hot rain, which I thought was fun.
That's just Mario crying.
Yeah. Oh, good. Hot Mario tears.
Yeah.
I don't know. Miami did not blow me away. Granted, I was like pretty much staying near a conference center so we could see video games and didn't really get out to see much of anything else. So I didn't necessarily get all touristy and stuff, but we were staying right on A1A.
Beachfront Avenue?
Yeah. Now you know what the last 4 days of my life were like. Because looking at the sign going, oh, that's like that Vanilla Ice song. Great.
Were the girlies on standby?
No, well...
Were they waiting just to say hi?
Not to me,
okay.
But there was... So before we talk about games, the last night that I was there, the fire alarm went off at 3:30 in the morning.
Okay.
And you got out?
Yeah.
When that happens, no.
You just stay in your room?
Yeah.
Don't they do room checks?
No. This is like filling out census. It's one of those group communication things.
I've never had it happen in a hotel before, so
Yeah.
I was super confused. So for starters, I was asleep. So I jump up and there's this, and I couldn't figure out what it was.
So the blinking strobe lights in the hall
for like 20 seconds in the halls. Yeah, in the room, no. Okay. So it's just siren noise, and it's kind of in the direction of my laptop. So I'm like, is my laptop freaking out? Like, would I leave like some kind of streaming audio on?
Time
like,
to go.
What's going on?
or Miami waking up. There you go.
Yeah.
Air horns.
So then a voice came on and said, "There's a fire alarm. Whatever. You should get out of the building." So I decided I should put on some clothes, and then went, oh wait, I should probably get my phone, and oh wait, I should probably put on shoes, and then kind of stepped out of the hallway, and there were a bunch of people up and down the hallway kind of looking out, also unsure about what to do. And one guy was like, I don't know where the exit is. It's like, there's one right there.
It's on the door.
There's one right there, one right there.
Don't they have the sign on the door?
Well, there were people there who were not from the United States, so not that, but it's
it's like
that around the world. Anyway, it was 3:30 in the morning, so cut that guy some slack. So I decided I'm going to go downstairs. It turns out there's a nightclub in this place.
Cool.
Yeah, there is. It's Miami. Why wouldn't there be?
Which explains why through the entire trip, all I could hear was.
Was it the sound machine?
Yeah, I believe the sound machine was there. Lisa, and Colt Jam also were playing. So I'm getting down there, and like they're kind of like getting people out of the club, and I'm just kind of like standing there in shorts and a t-shirt and shoes, and like trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And I walk up to one of the bouncers who's like super confused to see me and isn't sure what to do. I'm like, so we're evacuating? Like, what should I do? He's like, stand over here. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I end up walking outside, and people are leaving the club and getting into cars and stuff. And it's just like the worst people.
Did you have a teddy bear with you?
I did not. But I probably looked bad.
Yeah.
I probably looked like, I'd seen some better days or whatever. But so it's just like a bunch of girls in like tight dresses and like really just like
awesome
scummy looking dudes with fake tans and stuff getting out there. And there's a girl from Jersey with her friend talking to this guy who had what sounded like a fake French accent.
Yeah, puka beads.
And she asked him, your dancing's really good. What do they think you're dancing in Paris? And at that point, I was just like fucking losing it. It's like, is this even happening anymore? Like what is going on?
Oh, another good answer.
That's practically what was coming out of this dude's mouth. And I was like, man, he's getting over. That's great. This is good for him.
Working that international
I don't
charm.
necessarily believe that accent was for real. Because it was pretty bad. And then I realized like no one else from this event is down there.
Because they were sleeping?
So apparently, as it turns out, some people were still out. There was everyone, like the last night there, a bunch of people went out for like karaoke or something.
But you were on assignment, so you had gone to bed.
I was on assignment.
Yeah.
So I did some writing and then and told myself like, oh, I'll get some stuff done because I had some paperwork I had to finish up, and then maybe I'll go meet guys later. And then instead I laid down, and that was that.
Then Miami wouldn't let you sleep.
Yeah,
Miami's
exactly.
Like, you ain't sleeping.
Exactly. And then as it turns out, the alarm only went off on a couple of floors.
Oh, wow.
Or I don't. And,
See, this is what I just don't trust
so
alarms in hotels.
I ended up standing out there for like 45 minutes.
Wow, really?
And started like freaking out, going like, man,
Fire
I
truck
sure no.
Nice.
I sure hope that like everyone else that came to this event isn't on fire somewhere. It's like, oh, I guess I'll have like hot exclusive scoops if they do. And it turns out most of them were still out, and then most of them were on floors that didn't have the fire alarm, I guess.
Hottest scoop.
That's right. Le hottest scoop. My dancing. You are very pretty girls, both of you. What about you? And he says, like, what about your friend? Or what about your friend? And referring to some other, there was two girls.
She doesn't speak Francais.
And the girl goes, forget about friends, this is Miami!
Like she had crane shot of like,
kinda, yeah.
Threw some confetti up in the air.
Like it sounded like someone who had never been on vacation before and was going to like sex their way through town as hard as possible. And then just these local dudes were going to put on fake French accents and just pick them off one by one all night, every night.
Fantastic. Let's go to Miami.
No, I think we also need to like have super gray hair and
I can't do that
and look like failure.
That
was the other big kind of archetype was old dude with girl that is way younger and hotter than he should have. There was a lot of that going around that place too. So yeah, it was like this awesome, like group of people seeing video games, like interesting interesting stuff there, like just surrounded by just abject sadness. And I was just like, man, I'm really getting pulled in a lot of directions here, guys.
Let's go to Orlando.
Yeah.
So what'd you see?
That's it, really. I blew off all the other stuff. No,
went back to that club. It was a pretty good club.
Yeah, it was so Capcom made a couple of announcements. They finally just came out and said that they are going to do Super Street Fighter 4